Where from? Alphabet Street. Ow! Alright. It's been a long time since I did a talk. What happened though? I promised to do this video back in the middle of March, but there is a reason for my lateness. I actually found out that he shot the video in the middle of March 1988, but the single did not actually drop until April the 23rd worldwide. Okay, with the Lovesexy series, I know I've already talked about the origins of Lovesexy and Black Album, but I'm just going to launch straight into Alphabet Street for this video, and of course, next video will be about the 2-year anniversary of his passing. Okay, so today we're going to talk briefly about Alphabet Street. Alphabet Street is probably the song that nearly made me a fan of Prince. As we know, this is a 12-inch version. Basically, when I was 12, I first heard it on the radio. I thought it was just really great. Well, actually, it came out a week before my 12th birthday, but I can't remember what date in '88 I heard it, but I remember it was pretty current. And pretty much, Alphabet Street came out before the album by about a good 6 or 7 weeks. I think the album only came out on May the 30th, or it was sometime in May of '88. I'll check that. But Alphabet Street came out. It was on the radio. It was a massive hit here in New Zealand. Got to #1. Can you believe it? It was #1 hit in New Zealand. Prince's first #1 smash. It also went to #1 in Norway of all places. Only got to #8 in the UK. Barely made it into the top 20 in Australia. And got to #8 also in America. I think I might have got to #9 in Britain. But needless to say, it also got in the top 5 in Germany, France and the Netherlands. And also I think it also got, again I said got to #1 in Norway. And I think Sweden and Denmark had also got very high in the top 10. Now the song itself was, Alphabet Street was recorded as part of the greater Lovesexy recordings at Paisley Park on that magical day, December 30th, 1987, the day before he played that magical concert. And Alphabet Street was pretty much recorded in the studio, Prince pretty much doing everything except for the, there is a rap in the middle of the song by Cat, who does the Cat, we want you to rap now, Cat, we need you to rap, don't give it to us slow, cause we know you know. New Power Soul! And that's another thing about the song, why it's revolutionary. Alphabet Street was actually the first song to mention the words New Power Revolution or New Power Generation. Prince was starting to experiment with this because at this time, 1987-88, he was starting to write a lot of the graffiti bridge tracks like Joy and Repetition and We Can... No, I think the song Can't Stop This Feeling, I got dates from this time, 87-88. With the song Alphabet Street, there were actually 2 or 3 versions of it. Now your 7-inch single, which you've got here, is your standard Paisley Park label they used on the, Sign of the Time era singles. There was a 2-minute 25 version of Alphabet Street, which was very short. That was the edit version, and that pretty much stopped with the part where he goes, "I'm going to drive her to Tennessee." And then there's the 3:14 version, which actually goes a bit into the Where from Alphabet Street, pretty much. And this is the single which had it originally. Now this 7-inch single. Basically, that's all it had. I've actually put a little plastic mylar lining for these singles now. Okay, there is a 12-inch version. Now, originally the 12-inch and 7-inch singles came in these horrible vinylette bag things. They were quite stylish with these stickers on the front. They also did one for Glam Slam, which had an arrow. But I've taken it out of it because until 1990, most plastic bags had a stuff in it called polyvinyl chloride, which actually tones. You see it's actually turned yellow, and it can actually destroy the record inside. So what I've done is I've put the record into a brand new mylar liner, and then I've put the whole thing into a plastic bag of recent date, which I bought a few years ago. And this is the 12-inch single. Basically what you got the full album length version of Alphabet Street, which was 5 minutes 40 seconds long. That includes Cat's rap, which you know, did your mama tell you love is too good to waste? Did you tell you love sexy was the glam of the bowl? You can hang, you can bang on it, you surely won't fold. She knows how to flex, making you so clever, making you feel clever. Then you do it in a minute like you know you would, and then you shake your body like a horny pony would. Now run and tell your mama about that. And then Prince comes and goes, and while you're at it, tell your pop about this, and so on. And that's the full length version. And then also the B side, which you only get on this 12-inch, is known as Alphabet Street, but it's also known as This Is Not Music, This Is a Trip. And it's really just a sort of extended out dance session. A lot of people rave about this. I'm not so crazy about this. I really like the sort of 3-part version of I Wish You Heaven more than this, but still, this is a good record to have. Nice copy. I bought it before Prince died, so I only paid $8 for it. Now, if I wanted to buy it, I'd probably pay $50 for a repressing. What I can tell you is this record is from 1988, just judging by the plastic flip it's in. Because after 1990 they started using plastic, didn't have polyvinyl chloride. Now, one thing I just want to quickly talk about was there was a video that went to Alphabet Street. I think you've all seen it. It's pretty crappy. It basically shows Prince dancing around on the stage with letters spinning. Although Prince looks amazing, don't get me wrong, and he brings out the Thunderbird, you know, the car that his father gave him, which dated from 1966. He sings about driving her to Tennessee, and I love the polka dot look. But then what happens is Prince decides to, you see the letters spinning around and they say, "I'm sorry, don't buy the Black Album," which is what I talked about in my last video, which is quite hilarious. But the story is that originally, like with Around the World in a Day, when Prince released Lovesexy, he didn't want to do any singles or any promotion. And Prince had a fit, and then finally, in March of '88, he realised, you know, the Black Album, probably the publicity, you know, between bringing it in was not the best thing, and he decided he would put a single out after all. And he wanted to choose the most accessible song on the album, which was clearly Alphabet Street. And pretty much Prince said, "No, I want to shoot a video." And it was March the 16th, apparently. It was snowing in Minneapolis. There were no crews working on a Sunday. Prince got real angry, had to go at Steve Fagnoli, made him run around and find a crew to shoot the song. And basically they went out, they shot the song, and that's why the video is really crappy. But, you know, apparently even though Prince is really happy and he's spinning and gyrating in the video, apparently he was in a shit of a mood. And anyway, the song came out on April 23rd, and I think the week of May the 17th and May the 24th, 1988, it was the #1 hit in New Zealand. And I remember at the time I had my 12th birthday, I got given a copy of an album called Solid Gold 1988 Hits, and it had Alphabet Street on it. I thought it was really funky, probably the first one I had with Prince on it. And I wanted to buy the album, and the album, as you know, showed Prince, you know, with In a Cider Flower where his pistol should be, and Mum said no because it was dirty. I was only 12 years old, and I didn't need to be listening to that type of music, so that's why I didn't buy it. And just quickly, I'm really happy with the Prince books I've been buying the past year. This is really good. I don't know if you guys have got one, but this one here picturing Prince, although it does rely very, very heavily on Raven to the Joy Fantastic era photos, which is not really my favourite era, but the photos are great, and so are the stories. First of all, what the hell? This photo, what the hell is he doing with his hair there? Good lord, it looks like he skinned a Muppet. Okay. This one, very quick cash-in biography. This one's alright, it's just a collection of articles, so this one I was really disappointed with. I thought it'd be better, but it's actually pretty terrible. So if you see it, don't buy it. There's also another copy of it which shows Prince playing his guitar in a sort of way like this. Yep. Okay, one which is a couple of years old, but I only bought it recently, was this one by Mubin Absar. Oh, I think that's how you say the name, but this is really good. I love this book. This is one of my favourite books. Again, it's sort of like a photo montage of his whole era. Although, I love these two photos here. You know, these two photos are worth it alone. I mean, this one where Prince has got Dr. Fink as a dog, that's just hilarious. That's controversy era. This is a year earlier. This was Dirty Mind. You know, I mean, you look at Andre and his revealing jeans. Lisa actually doesn't look lesbian there, and of course, you know, you got Des in the background, and Prince looks like some little, I don't know, trade would be a way to describe it in a way. You know, I mean, these people could try out for America's Next Best Drag Queen with RuPaul or something. But yeah, but I'm really excited because the book I'm buying is still on order. It's coming from the UK as we speak. Is Dwayne Toodle's Purple Rain Sessions book. I paid about $55 for the thing a week ago. It should be arriving soon. When I get it, I'm going to talk about it because I've heard nothing but raves about this book. It's apparently per Nielsen quality. And meanwhile, until I do my next video in a few days, I've been busy with this national census we're having, and I've been working every single day, and I've been tired. And today is my first day off in about a month, and I've just spent all day just doing catch-up jobs and things. So I just realised, hey, I better shoot a Prince video because Nightchild's back, and he is shooting video after video. They're all gold, basically. I mean, they're all very sincere. And then, of course, Mr. Ants is putting out all his new shit too, and I'm really loving it. Again, he's showing all his collection of Prince video clips for every letter, and he's just about through the alphabet now, so I wonder where he's going to go next. And now they've started up their own podcast with a new guy. So yeah, so there you are, Alphabet Street. Listen to it, it's very funky. And after all, did your mama tell you life was too good to waste? Did you tell you Lovesexy was the glam of the ball? Because Lovesexy is the glam of the ball.